this is Liliana. I'm back. I'm back in Miami. So, welcome to the Resilient Now podcast. We have a very special guest today. She's amazing. You're going to love her. Anyway, so we're just happy you joined us. She's got an amazing resilient story. But before we start her story, I want to ask you, Beth, what does resilient now mean to you?
Resilient now means to me that no matter what's going on in life, personal, professional, that we show up with a positive attitude and gratitude and really make the best of whatever's going on for us.
Thank you. Well, so a little secret about Beth, I've known her for several years. She's like a sister to me, really. She's like a spiritual sister, or just, a God sister, somebody who's, we share the same beliefs and, and just, being empowered and being in gratitude and just being happy. So I'm excited she's here and she's going to share with you her resilient story.
Thank you, Liliana. I'm really grateful to be here and excited to be here. So what I want to share a little bit today is how I came to start my company. Actually, I launched my business. It's an interior design company, and we focus on restaurant design, restaurants, bars, nightclubs. And I started right smack in the middle of COVID lockdown. And it was a time where, I think a lot of us were reflecting on where we were and what we were doing. And at that time in 2020, mid 2020, it was a struggle. And I was really burnt out. I had this amazing hospitality design career, and I was ready to step away from it. And I started working with a success coach, and we started drilling down, what would I really love? And every session, we would ask the question, what would I love if money, if time, if education, if family, if my circumstances had no bearing on what I would love to do, to be, to create, to share? What would I love? And through journaling practices and really dialing into what would I love, creativity and collaboration was really at the essence of that. And as I worked with her, she said, work on your website, And I said, website for what? I'm done with design. And that just wasn't true. I had an opportunity to take on a new position. And it was a position that was still in a creative field, but it was very different than the role I had had. So it was going to be to work for a company and do their PR, marketing, operations. And as I was pretty much ready to take the job, I was writing my own role and all of the responsibilities of what I would be doing. And I was going to accept the position the next morning. And I went to bed that night, and I woke up at 3 a.m, and I sat straight up in bed and realized that I could either go and make this company successful and do all these things for 6 months, a couple of years, 5 years, and that was just that much longer that I was doing it for someone else instead of myself. And at that moment, I said, at 3 a.m., Beth Bloom Designs is being, started right now. And, I'll share, I cried it out for a moment, and then I went back to bed and I woke up and registered my company. And then everything else just really started to fall into place. And I believe that as we, plant the seeds and speak our desires and share our desires and write down our desires. I'm a true believer of write it down, make it happen. And, everything began to fall into place. And I'm now year 5 of my successful company.
Okay.
And thank you. There's ups and downs, there's challenges. I'm wearing all the hats: CEO, design director, handling the admin, handling all of it, really. But it's such a beautiful, it's a beautiful opportunity. I stay grateful every day, and I don't do it alone. I have really a strong spiritual practice. I have amazing, amazing women in my life who are so supportive, as well as friends and family.
Thank you. Thank you. That was amazing. So, starting your own business in the pandemic, like, and look at her, she's 5 years down and she's a success story. So she's very resilient. So we always end the podcast with something that's like your top gratitude. So what's your top gratitude right now in your life?
Well, I would say that number one today is you, Liliana. I love coming to Miami, and we met in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
So it's really wonderful to be able to come and see such a wonderful soul sister, and spend time here and do fun things in Miami with Liliana. So I'd say that's number one today. But I would say friends and family.
Mhm.
Yeah, really, it's so important for me to, keep those relationships tight, and to be kind and generous in those relationships.
Perfect. That's a great gratitude. Well, I'm very grateful she's here, staying at my house, and visiting me, and we're going to have a lot of fun in Miami. So thank you for tuning in. It's really important that you make today the best day you can, and just ask whatever higher power, whatever, to make you the best version of yourself, and take the next indicated action for that, and have balance. I know for me, I'm always looking for balance. So I'm so happy you joined us. See you next time. Besitos from Miami. Bye bye.